Hey guys, and welcome to another TTT, a tabletop talk. And today we're gonna talk about Tamiya and the TT-02B. That's a lot of T's. Now at a later point, another day, sometime in the near future, I'm definitely gonna do a complete overview and review of the Tamiya TT-02B chassis and line. But for now, this is just gonna be a quick introduction to the TT-02B and a quick introduction to a new video series or upgrade project or speed test car project that I am about to start with this particular XB version, ready to run version of the TT-02B Dual Ridge. Let's just start having a quick look at the TT-02 chassis. Now the TT-02 chassis is basically just a standard or classic or very simple version of the old Bathtub-type chassis. It's a four-wheel drive system with two diffs, a center drive shafts, and then a double wishbone suspension. And the TT-02B line, B for Buggy, is just a standard TT-02 chassis with included extended shock towers, extended shocks, and of course extended drive shafts and double wishbone arms here. So it's basically just a TT-02 transformed into a buggy. Now while the standard TT-02 hasn't really replaced the TT-01, this TT-02B, the buggy version, has definitely replaced the old Tamiya four-wheel drive entry level, the DF02. So it's basically a DF02 with some improvements. I will definitely in another video get into a comparison of the DF02 and the TT-02B and all the improvements that the new buggy version here, the new entry level line, has to offer. Back to this particular unit. This is a ready-to-run Dual Ridge from 2014. The first TT-02B is from 2013, and the Dual Ridge is the third buggy version available for this chassis. Being an XB model, expert build, ready to run, this is definitely the simplest form of a TT-02B that can be either bought or built. It even got the plastic bushings, and everything, as you can see, is standard and plastic, and yeah, ready to run in its most simple form. It's far from expert build, though the expert build XB body here is definitely an expert job. But for me, it's definitely a perfect setup and a perfect start for a future upgrade video series here. Now, while I got a lot of other Tamiya models and buggies that are set up and geared accordingly for off-road use, I think this is gonna be my first purely on-road buggy from Tamiya. So I don't think there's anything aerodynamic about the body, but visual wise it just suits the project perfectly. It's also a buggy that doesn't have a lot of ground clearance, so in that regard it's also perfect for some on-road testing and some speed runs. For me personally, it's just a great opportunity to rediscover the TT-02B, learn about some hop-ups and other stuff about the chassis line, and in general just try out some different motors and some different options, and yeah, have fun with a lot of GPS speed testing and on-road testing. Now this unit I got several years ago, maybe in 2016-17, and I ran it a lot back in the city, but some of you know 2 years ago I moved out to the countryside and I haven't really paid much attention to this. So it still stands with the Apsima on-road wheels here, and I must say I haven't really been running it in the last 2 years. So I'm definitely looking forward to both this one and also later on the TT-02B MS build. While it definitely will be built for speed, at first I will definitely just try some very basic hop-ups and some very basic motor and gear setups. I will probably even do a GPS run as a baseline with the stock tires here. Also want to change out the radio for something cheap, something that has dual ridge, which I'm gonna be using for the speed test. Now while the Apsima wheels and tires are okay, I even a couple of years ago bought a new set of boots for this. So these are definitely a bit better, made of another compound, and I hope the inner diameter of these Louis E-Rocket will fit the TT-02B uprights just fine. I use these for my two-wheel drive models, and so far they have proved perfect for the higher speed. Later on in phase 2, where we will go brushless and 3S and everything, I will perhaps change these out to some foam wheels, but in phase 1 with the standard motors and standard setup, these will definitely be fine. A couple of days ago I also got this in the mail from EuroRC.com, who wanted to provide some parts for this project, and I'm definitely looking forward opening this one up and seeing what's inside. I suspect there will be a full ball bearing set in here too. For the first speed test I will use the standard nickel metal hydride battery 7.2 volts, but we will also break the Tamiya ESE warranty with a 2S LiPo. In phase 2 I will definitely also at least be using a 3S to get it up in speed. One of the great things about the relatively new TT-02B chassis is that it takes larger square LiPo batteries, so in that sense it's also perfect for some speed testing. And yeah, I will definitely also be changing some of these protect systems and coolers above plastic and change them for something else. Now in the beginning, apart from the need to change out the bushings for some ball bearings, I don't see a reason for changing out the drive line and the drive shafts here and the plastic gears, but later on we can change them to metal. We can change the drive shafts, the center line here, and maybe even get some of the many options for some metal gears. We can also change the shocks and shock towers for something more on-road like, a stiffer setup. But yeah, for now, for the first phase, don't think I will change anything about this. Definitely also need to change the turnbuckles later, or change these upper arms and steering links for some real turnbuckles, so we can create some camber and some toe in, which will be essential for some high-speed runs. But for now, let's see what we can push this standard chassis up to. Now this also creates a good opportunity to test some of the standard hop-up motors, or silver cans and black cans from Tamiya. So we will definitely one by one be upgrading these. We got the J motor here, the Johnson, we got the new torque tunes, we got the new silver sport tunes, and we got the old classic black can sport tunes. So with the same setup, same batteries and everything, it will be interesting to see and measure the top speed comparison of these standard and very well-known Tamiya brushed motors. I of course had originally planned to use my own trustworthy GSM 010 that's been with me for many years and countless speed tests, but Banggood shipped these in this month for some tests and reviews. So I think I will definitely be using these, the 015 and the 020. They have more satellites available, a GNSS system, and they have a higher frequency, update frequency. This one definitely provides some good opportunities to get the GPS or the GNSS inside under the hood, under the body, and just get the reading from the app controlled or from the app on your phone. So these will definitely be included in the project as well. That is it. A lot of waffling, a lot of plans, and hopefully there will be a lot more action in the upcoming videos themselves. But yeah, I'm gonna take it slow, one video at a time, one upgrade at a time, and make sure to GPS speed test it all, so we and I can have some good comparisons of the different hub-ups and the different motors and the different gear ratio settings. So phase 1 will be this spring. I very much doubt that I will make it to phase 2 this spring, but hopefully this fall I will make it to phase 2, where we will actually get it up to speed by changing the gear ratio and getting some brushless motors and everything. But let's just see what we can do with a pretty standard setup and some pretty basic upgrades and motors at first. That is it, Okay, I hope you will follow along in the video. I am looking forward shooting and editing it all. So take care, and I will see you. Happy holidays and keep them running.